Okay, first, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Shai, Bashim Kodash. Double honors to the apostle of Great Stone. Shalom, double honors, to the elders that rule well. Shalom to you, brothers out there pushing the world. Do this word, Salakia, in sincerity and in truth, right? That is not a part of this world. And to you, sisters that believe. Right, so, this video is if you want to call it an impromptu, I think I want to could name it the spirit of prophecy. Spirit of prophecy, right, is what I want to name this one. Over the years, we've been, pushing these prophecies, you know, every week in, week out, 3-4 times a week. We've been pushed talking about these prophecies, things that are to come, right? And people might not see the importance of this, people that talk about, them Christians, right? If we talk about, so like, yeah, right? If we talk about, them blessing plan, or, gains that they can make, or, anything else, how to get a wife, or how to make some money, or, it's all about that for Christians, and even some, some people call themselves Israelites, they take this thing for a joke. You see, the Passover is coming up, right? And you have some camps that take the Passover for this big feast day to be merry, but the Passover is a solemn assembly, right? And every year we say this, but we have to say it again. This year might be the last Passover in what we in normalcy, meaning as all things are now, right? Let me get this precept right here. This is Revelation 19:10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship Yahushai. For the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy, right? And that's the spirit that we come under, right? Here at Great Millstone, and all the other brothers that follow Great Millstone, that's the spirit we come under, the spirit of prophecy. We're all about bringing out the words of the Lord, Yahweh Shemir Shai. Thus saith the Lord, this is going to take place, that is going to take place. And you see, we in our time now, where as we said, the prophecies are being more and more evident, right? Things that we're speaking it doesn't sound like any riddles anymore, any fairy tale. Right, because you see the things that we've been speaking happening in front of your eyes. Now, mark you, we have to talk about this, because when that implantable, about that, when that implantable device comes, then you're gonna know, because we've been speaking about this. You're gonna know that, those guys in the corner said I shouldn't take this, because if I take this, I'm gonna be in trouble. Right, that's a point where that's a thought that's gonna be going through your head at that point, right? And that time is coming up on us. See, wars and rumors of wars, right? And hey, we're looking out for a big earthquake here in the islands. Earthquake in diverse places. I mean, earthquake shake by the hundreds daily, right? You wouldn't believe how many earthquakes shake by the day. Planet wide, right? So yeah, we're seeing the signs, right? Uproars among the people, we're seeing the signs, right? The signs are here. It's just that the majority of people just not noticing them or neglecting them. This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And as I said, the closer we get to that time, is the more things become clearer. Right? At first it was a parable, we talk, people like, what are they talking about? But as the time come closer to that time, it's becoming more clear and clearer. There's a reason why they call us doomsday prophets. But and they give us that name out of lack of understanding. But the scripture say the prophets that have been before me, since the world began, prophesy of wars and things to come. Right? And we do nothing different. We prophesy the same things of the wars and pestilence and that time of Jacob's trouble that is about to come. Right? These are the things that we speak of. Those are the things that are written in the scriptures. Right? The thing that we only speak what the Lord told us to speak. So it's not we, just getting up and say, oh, let's talk about some doomsday shit. No, first of all, that is what the Lord prescribed for this place. Second of all, is a spirit that's in the ear. That doomsday feeling that you're getting when we talk, that is the spirit that's in the ear. It's just that when we talk, it make it more clear unto you, right? It make it manifest, more unto you what's actually going on. The scripture here says the visions from an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, right? And as the brothers would say, we're in the last days of the last days. So the vision is speaking, right? It's at the point now where you don't, it's gonna get to a point where you're not gonna need to hear us breaking it down to understand it. You're gonna see it in front of you and you're gonna fully understand it. Right? Continuing. And not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come, it will not tarry. Because the time that is set to come cannot pass. When that time approaches, then that it will have to happen, or the things that are set to happen will have to happen at that time when it is set to happen. I think that makes sense, right? So the appointed time for it's going to play out, right? So you just need to understand that and have patience, right? You can't be like these scoffers and Christians, saying that, this is not going to happen because it is inevitable. You see, what you don't understand, once the Lord speaks something, it can't go no other way, right? So the fact that it is written, the fact that it was prophesied that these things are going to happen, case in point, World War III, right? And the burning of America by nuclear fire, right? It was written. Right? So therefore there's no turning back, there's no fixing it, there's no anything you can do to change that. Right? You just gotta accept that fate. Precept in 2 Peter 3 and 4. Since 2 Peter 3 verse 4 says, knowing this first that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts. Scoffers, like they make him apologetic or whatever they want for name. And saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. You see, and that's what the majority of people saying. People as a talk about gotta come, what not, this not gonna, and they think they think that, they will say, in Jamaica, every day at Christmas. But you know what? The Lord Yahushua is going to make his return, whether you like it or not. Right? Yeah, we agree that people been saying, oh, gotta come, and there was nothing. Right? Because it was not that time. As the precept before said, a vision for an appointed time, but it shall not tarry. Wait for it. For it will not tarry. To do it tarry, wait for it, for it shall not tarry, it shall surely come. Right? And that time hasn't come yet. So you can scarf along all you wanna do, make up, you make up your jokes and laugh about it. No problem. Right? The scripture said, I shall laugh when your fear come. Right? And mock at your calamity, just was paraphrasing. Right? And we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to that because we know that the Lord is the one who's bringing it. Right? And after which he's going to deliver his elect. Right? Which we are the hopeful elect, but we know he's going to deliver his elect. Right? And either way, we're going to get up out of this hell hole. Yeah, I think I was going to make this one a short one. Yeah, I'm going to make it a short one. So I think I'll end it there. So shalom until the next one.